What is going on over there? Welcome to Rocket Anywhere, where this week Sophia is expired and sick.
It's my turn.
We always start off the show, and I just ask for someone's name, and then she interjects there.
Why do you even know our name anyway? You might as well give your address and stuff.
My name is Corban Garcia. I live at, and I'm 13, and I need help with lights. I'm afraid of lights. This is like a therapy group now.
I need therapy for my voice. Does it sound better?
Sort of. Keep
Okay.
drinking that water. Let's get started this week, as always, with follow-up. We're going to be following up with what I talked about on episode 4, or someone talked about it, and I'm going to be answering the question, where does foam come from? Foam is a substance that is formed by trapping pockets of gas in liquid or a solid. That's it. Next, what is the definition of headlines? Because Sophia asked, what is even a headline? So, a headline is a heading at the top of an article or page in a newspaper or magazine. Okay, let's move on to headlines. Cicadas, or whatever you call them, grasshoppers, are so loud that they're hazardous to your health. Broad V is said to hatch in a few.
They're so what?
They're so loud they can hurt your health.
How?
I have no idea.
You know, these people, this is what I think. People just put stuff on the internet just so people can just read it. It doesn't even, make sense.
That's what the internet is.
And it's not even true.
According to them, it can cause physical and psychological strain. KFC made nail polish that tastes like fried chicken. The chain is trying to make its finger licking good motto quite literal.
Oh, so the people who are eating after church and they have their nice nails, they can lick their fingers.
A Russian city paid teachers in chickens. Authorities in Nukes forced teachers to take freshly hatched chickens as payments to a lack of money in the country's banks. Stealing food is not a crime if you're poor. Italy's top court just freed a starving homeless man jailed for stealing $4.50 worth of cheese and sausage.
Okay, if it was $450, he'd have to rob every single gas station and
It was $4.50.
Oh, they said 400.
No. Coloring books are a cry for help. The craze for adult coloring books has single-handedly lifted both the print book and the pen and pencil industries, but it reflects more than anything that the insane levels of stress that the people, Americans particularly, are going through. Because apparently they're now selling coloring books for adults. It's basically the same thing as just flowers and trees and benches and things like that.
So they can practice coloring in between the lines.
Yes, because we've been going out with lines too much.
So they can read in between the lines.
Parents' smartphone addiction is affecting kids. A UK survey found that primary school children, which are basically first through sixth graders, primary school children lack conversational skills that thanks to lack of parental interaction. That's why you got to talk to Siri.
Is it parental or parental or parental or
parental? Parental. Next, the art of skywriting is almost dead. One family business in the United States is the final torchbearer for the airborne messages. So, like the people who write, I don't know, the weather in the sky with the airplane jets. Finally, I was going to put this in follow-up.
That's just a waste of time. Because, if you're driving on the road...
By the time you finish a sentence, everything's gone.
No. You have to realize that it's in the sky, and then you have to look up there and look back down at the road while you're driving, and then look up and down, up and down, up and down, and then
and then you crash.
By the time you get it.
Okay, finally, I was going to put this headline in follow-up, but I decided it should be its own thing. Universal basic income is a terrible idea. A guaranteed wage is Silicon Valley's proposed solution to robot-induced joblessness. But Alison Schrenger writes, what evidence there is suggests that far from freeing people up to be creative, it would introduce economic distortions and disuse people from learning and growing.
Why did you pick so many headlines?
Well, because we haven't recorded in a while, so I just had to catch up. Okay, let's move on to public service announcement. This is very short and simple. If you are using Windows XP, stop, because it's still the number 3 most used operating system. At least upgrade to Windows 7 or 8 or 10. Okay, it's better, not 8.1. Leave it there. Okay, let's move on to the game section. Starting off with joke of the week. Do you have your joke?
No.
Okay, then I will cover for you.
No.
Okay, wait. I want to tell my joke first. You have to know this. Do you know who the writer of Harry Potter was?
No.
Or is?
No.
Okay, his name is J.K. Rowling. Or her, not sure. So here's the joke.
Wait, what?
J.K. Rowling.
Rolling.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
How did Harry Potter get down the hill? Walking. J.K. Rowling. So,
Who's walking and who's rolling?
Harry Potter. You don't get it. Let's move on to the next thing. Today, a man knocked at my door and asked for a small donation toward the local swimming pool. I gave him a glass of water.
Oh, yeah.
And one
funny.
I've had in a while is, I don't trip. I do random gravity tests.
Yeah.
And why did the deaf man need a lawyer? For the hearing.
Oh, yeah.
I got these all of the groaning jokes section of Reddit. Let's move on to word of the day. This week, forthwith. FORTHWITH. You have 3 guesses.
What side of the dictionary is it on?
Wherever the letter F is. I'm
Did I pass F?
No, I'm gonna have the honor of telling that joke.
What?
So, this kid, he goes up to the teacher. The teacher doesn't want to let him go to the bathroom.
That's my joke. That is my
Fine,
joke.
she'll tell it as her joke.
Okay, so the kid walks up to the teacher. So they're in class and they're learning the alphabet that
And
day.
she asked, and the little boy asked, "Can I go to the bathroom?" And the teacher said, "You can go to the bathroom if you tell your." I've been force choked.
Yeah, by the force. The force of my hand.
Oh, all impersonation.
Okay, so, so the kid asks, "Can I go to the restroom?" And so the teacher says, "Well, sing your alphabet first." And the kid goes, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. And then the teacher says, "Where's the P?" And, because if you listen to me, I didn't say the letter. So then the teacher says, "Where's the P?" And the kid says, "Running down my leg." It's old for us, that's why we're not laughing.
I've heard the joke so many times, so it's still a little laugh.
Yeah.
Okay, you keep taking this off subject. Word of the day. Forthwith. What do you think?
I don't know.
I would be telling you, I want you to do this forthwith. You need to answer my questions forthwith.
Exactly and promptly.
Almost exactly correct. It means immediately, at once, without delay.
That's what promptly means.
Any official accused of dishonesty should be suspended forthwith. So, if you broke my computer, you're suspended forthwith. Immediately, at once, and without delay.
Okay, we get the picture.
Okay, so next, we have a first time I'm ever going to do this. And this is a story. Why did people wear wigs? For nearly 200 centuries, powdered wigs called perks were all the rage.
Oh yeah, what's that guy's name?
It's basically every old person.
No,
on the Declaration of
all those
Independence.
music composers wore those things.
Yeah, Mozart.
Mozart and Bach.
Sorry, kid had no hair.
No,
Okay.
It's not that they had hair. It's because everybody was supposed to have white and black hair, but they were usually born with brown hair.
Okay. The hairpiece would have never become popular, however, if it hadn't been for a disease, a pair of self-conscious kings, and a poor hair hygiene.
I love kings.
By 1850, this has been the worst epidemic to strike Europe since the Black Death. According to William Klaus,
What's the Black Death?
I have no idea. Anyway, let's skip to the important part here. At the time, hair loss was a one-way ticket to public embarrassment. Long hair was a trendy status symbol, and a bald dome could stain any reputation.
You'd stain your own bald head.
When a guy's brother acquired this disease, the diarist wrote, If my brother lives, he will not be able to show his head, which will be a very great shame. Hair was that big of a deal. And so the outbreak sparked a
Those people were
surge.
too self-conscious.
And so the outbreak sparked a surge in wig making. Victims hid their baldness, as well as the bloody sores that scoured their faces, with wigs made of horse, goat, or human hair. They were also coated with powder, with scented lavender or orange to
It
hide.
shouldn't have been allowed to be made with human hair because
Then
you
someone
used
else
human
goes
hair.
bald.
Yeah.
Okay, they were also coated in powder scented with lavender or orange to hide any weird aromas. Although common wigs were not exactly stylish, they were just a shameful necessity. That changed in 1655 when the King of France.
Okay, wait. This isn't history class.
Well, this is Corbon's history story time.
We
Anyway,
don't. Okay, we don't even have to know this.
Here's the interesting
You just have to
part.
know
No,
wigs were
I
important.
just wanted to
back
say
then.
this one very funny part. It says Louis something was only 17 when he started going bald. Okay, this guy, 17, and he's going bald.
He must have been whacked at by a donkey tail once, twice, maybe 3.
Okay, so he hired 48 wig makers to save his image. 5 years later, his cousin did the same thing when his hair was starting to gray. And then all these other
How does
people.
your hair gray at the age of
I have no
18,
idea.
19, 20, 21,
Anyway, it's
22?
just all these other
22.
people in his court started copying him, and then everyone just started wearing wigs, and it trickled all the way down to the middle class, and then it says Europe's newest fad was born. So everyone just started wearing wigs because of one guy. So that's the point. Don't go bald. Big story
I
for
thought
today.
the point was don't wear wigs. I mean
unless
don't wear
you gotta
long
wear
haired
a wig
wigs.
if you have like cancer or something. So let's move on to the main topics this week.
I mean don't wear long haired baby powder wigs.
I'm going to get on to the main topic this week, which is what did I do before the internet? What did we do before the internet?
I did nothing.
I'm trying to think, and I've thought about this all week preparing, and I'm like, well, what did I do? I probably just sat, did nothing, and stared at the ceiling. Because I never went outside.
Yeah, that's exactly what we did.
Because this is Texas. It's too hot outside.
Yeah.
So what did we do?
The best time to go outside is fall and winter.
And
the end of fall and the beginning of winter.
And see, I never had any computer or mobile devices, so I wasn't playing games. We didn't have video games, and our TV barely worked.
Oh yeah, that terrible rip off of that dance game.
Oh yeah, we had this rip off of Wii or something, and it would give out if you
Rip
stepped
off of
on.
Kinect.
If you were too heavy, it would give out because it was a mat on the
Yeah,
floor.
and if you were too fast, it would like slow down.
Or it would forget where you were, and you would have to restart. And it was even worse because the TV was on. You had to sit on a bucket, and then whoever would be playing, had to be playing, and then to get the TV screen to stay on, you would have to whack it with the pole.
Yeah, so you needed like 5 people to play.
So you'd be watching some documentary on TV and it'd start to fade. You just whack it with the stick, and then it turns back on, and you're like, keep on watching, and like you're getting so into the show, and then it gives out, and you whack the TV, and then you miss something, and there's no rewind. That's the only thing I can remember doing because I never did anything, and I wasn't doing chores because I didn't do chores at that time because I was too young. So I was thinking,
no, he didn't do chores because I did them all.
you didn't do anything. You just sit in there eating your
I
cottage.
did the dishes and the table.
No, all you did was your garlic, onion, and cottage cheese and rice.
Ew, that's terrible. I only ate cottage cheese and rice.
No, you ate it. You ate it with salmon too.
No, you
I
ate
loved
it
it
with
with salmon.
You ate it with salmon because you like the salmon. I don't like salmon.
Well, I don't know, but I don't know
we
what I
pronounce
did.
it wrong. We pronounce it wrong.
I don't know what I did during the day because I had nothing to do.
We did like 5 days worth of homeschooling in one day because we were so bored.
And I mean, I guess that would work because
Oh, you should have seen me. Like I was in I was in 1st grade, but I was doing 2nd grade work, and I had all my books open, and I would like read 1 page of history, and then go to grammar, write down the stuff,
she
and then go to
reads
spelling.
really slow.
No, like I would just be going in a circle around and around and around and around, and then Dad came in, and what is his name? Oh yeah, he came in and
About reading, it took her 2 minutes to read a meme, and then 5 minutes of me trying to explain it to understand it.
My eyes and my mouth works faster than my mind, okay?
You've said that before.
Yeah, and I'm saying it again.
Well,
'Cause
if
my
it
mouth
would,
and
you
my
would
eyes
be
work
able to
faster.
talk in the morning.
What?
You'd be able to talk in the morning.
When?
See,
What?
your mouth and eyes move before your body. So, also on that, if you haven't heard it say it before,
No. My body works faster than my mind.
then why don't you get out of bed in the morning?
What?
See, you don't get it. Okay, if you don't know yet from this conversation, we don't have TV.
Oh yeah, but we
It's a
have
big
like
revelation to people. They're
the
like, how do you
Chromebooks.
not live with
we
it?
have the Chromebooks and the iPads and the whatever else. I don't know what we have.
Anyway, out of that, people don't understand this, and now people are finally understanding because people don't use TV anymore. And everyone's
Yeah.
going to Netflix and YouTube and streaming and Hulu and whatever else you use. So since we don't have a TV, people don't understand it. But before that, we did have a TV when I was like 4, and we gave it away. We didn't give it away. We threw it out to the front, just like I did with all my public school trophies.
Okay, wait. Are you talking about the TV that we watched Clifford with?
Yes.
Okay, we threw that out when you were 8.
Yeah, and then
Wait,
we didn't.
No. Yes, when you were when you were 9.
It was so long ago, I can say back in my day, we used VHS. Because we did.
That's true.
And back in your day, you used DVDs, which we still use.
But I watched VHSs for up until I was 4 years old.
And I can also say, back in my day, there were no iPhones.
They weren't in my day either.
We didn't have these fancy touchscreens and
They
all
weren't in
these
my day
little
either.
gimjos and
They were
gadgets.
buttons on a little tiny
Yes,
flip
you had-
phone that if you dropped it, it would crack
You
open.
had to push buttons. And you had to
It was so hard.
You had flip phones you could slam. Because you couldn't
They
hang up
were
the
they
phone.
were so hard you didn't know if you jammed it or if you were not pushing it hard enough.
Yeah.
So either way, you would jam it.
And I know the internet existed, but I didn't have the internet because it took like a day to download a file. No, I'm not talking about like movies here. I'm talking about like Microsoft
Winnie the Pooh,
Word.
that's what he's talking about. Winnie
no,
the Pooh.
no, I'm talking about like Microsoft Word documents from like if you had to fill out a bill or something. Oh, that's what my point was. Back to the school thing. I
never talked about
I mentioned this. When I left
When?
public school, I got all my trophies, which is like 10 of them, put them all in a bucket, and took them outside to the front. On bulk trash week, left them there, sat at the front door.
Oh yeah, and this like lady, she always walks around the neighborhood, and she's like walking around with her
No,
stick.
she saw, but a kid came around on his bike on his way home from school, which is down the street, and he saw it, like his eyes light up. He like, you know how you jump off your bike and it goes getting across the street. He grabs the thing and he's like, wow, and then he looks around because he thinks it's like a trap, and I guess he took it home because he thought, I'll show my parents I got all these awards.
And you know what it says in big black letters?
It's just my
Corbin
name.
Garcia.
Yeah, he'll just say he changed his name or something. Anyway, so that's that. And the last thing is I have a quick segment called Rules Everybody Ignores.
Oh yeah, like going down the slide head first. And
Yeah.
what was the other one? Oh yeah,
So-
and going up the stairs feet first.
So the first thing is Powerade.
Wait, I said that wrong.
Powerade
Going
and
down the slide
Gatorade.
feet first and going up the stairs head first.
Powerade and Gatorade bottles. People, Sophia, like to refill the bottles with water or other juice and take them places.
Well,
and
who cares? I ain't dead yet.
What are you right now? You're very sick.
Yeah, of a cold.
That you may have gotten from drinking out of a refilled Powerade Gatorade bottle.
Yeah.
So,
whatever.
It says on the back, do not refill in
Yeah,
big
don't
letters.
refill because I want you to buy another one.
Next, Q-tips. Everyone uses them for their ears and nose.
Who uses them for their nose?
No one in particular.
Yeah, that means him.
Anyway, it says do not use in ears and nose or eyes. But people use them in their eyes in the little corners with the little crusty things that pop up every morning. That you wonder, where did these come
Crusty
from?
things. They're the boogers that went up the wrong way.
How did they get up there? That's what I think of. How did you get up there? Come out of there.
I said burgers.
Okay, and last one is mattress. all the mattress little stickers on your mattress say "Do not remove or face federal offense." Everyone just tears them off because they bother you in the middle of the night when you're rolling over, and they just keep crinkling until
Wait,
one
don't
night
do
you're
what?
so mad and you just rip them off. The little labels on the tags on the mattress, they say "Do not remove or face federal offense." And
Don't remove the tag.
and you cut yours off when you got your mattress.
I didn't cut mine off. I ripped it off.
And I ripped mine off in the middle of the night because I got so mad at it because it kept poking me. They make him out of the worst material. So itchy and all that. So that brings us to announcements. Outtake 1 is available. Outtake 2, I'm not releasing it because it's very embarrassing.
Oh yeah, I'm
Yes.
about to include this.
I scream a lot. I
No,
mean,
you
I
don't.
don't scream. I'm
Wait,
going,
is that the one about the blank person?
Yes. She said
The
basically
guy? That
she's
guy?
she sent a text to someone and I got
Oh, I thought you were talking about the music guy.
no.
JB.
I got so humiliated and it took me a long time to talk my way out of that one because she said something.
Hey, but that was true.
I mean, it was true, but I mean, we got there and it was over.
What?
Anyway.
You want to go lying in church to your pastor?
Pastor. Hey, Johnny left the back pew. Go get him.
Oh yeah, I forgot about the pastor.
Okay. Anyway, the last announcement is I'm no longer posting episodes to the YouTube channel. So anything after episode 2 is not available on the YouTube channel for 2 reasons. One, it just takes a really long time to export.
Leave it to me. Actually, no, leave it to Johnny.
When you get it, but when you get a computer. But
Just
also,
lend me yours.
it takes hours to upload.
Yeah, because you're... Okay, 1 second. He types like one word. Okay, he types one word. Oh, I'm making progress. Let's go do some YouTube. And he's there for
Okay.
2
I'm not that
hours.
bad at self-control. I'm writing a script. I write the. Ooh, what a day.
Yes, that's what he does. Exactly.
Okay. So also because the internet's slow. Now we don't. I mean, it takes a long time to upload. We don't have slow internet. We have really fast fiber internet here, like 200 down.
No, he has a slow brain.
And 100 up, and it's really takes a really long time, even plugged in over Ethernet.
From his hands to his brain, there's like a little leak somewhere.
Hey, well, I have RSI, so
What's that?
repetitive strain injury.
What's that?
When you use a computer too long, it hurts your hand and stuff, and you have to take breaks and things.
Oh, so it goes out your hand and it goes out your hand again.
No, and I'm also getting it from mowing the lawn. I tried to take a picture of that bird who chases me in the lawn, and as soon as I pulled out my iPod
Yeah,
to
that's
take a
the
picture.
same bird from the thingy that you whacked in the head with your peanut butter cracker.
Oh, I fixed the neighbor's lawn. As soon as he drove away, I
You didn't
mowed.
fix it. You redid it.
I ran through it again,
No,
chasing the bird.
No, okay, so the first time it was like all the grass was neatly leveled, and then like he makes this one little strip cut down really short.
Zoom.
Cut down really short down the middle. And then this time he said, "Oh, I'm gonna fix it again."
Zoom.
And he's gonna zoom down the other.
I hit a piece
the
of
left
cement
side.
and the
So now only
blade
the right
broke.
side is up, and the middle and the left side is down.
I mean the blade didn't break, but the rock hit me. Anyway,
Oh yeah.
that's all. Thanks for listening. I was gonna do my signature YouTube ending. We'll see you
You're
next week.
terrible at this. This
Say-
is what you say. Goodbye till next time, and
Do you
I
sound
won't
like
see you
those people
later.
in the what do you call them? What are they called? I forgot what they're called. I have other shows, other things you can listen from me. That I'm not like this. This is the most open I am. You can follow technology at youtube.com/Corbang.
Get your little tune out.
Little tune.
If you haven't noticed, he talks in this like little tune.
In my technology videos, if you want to hear my little tune, clickbait title.
You're
Go over
still
to YouTube.
doing it.
If you want to hear my little tune, you can go over to my YouTube channel. If you want
Now
to
that's another tune.
If you want to listen to my technology podcast, you can go over to the Tech Minute. Links are all in the show notes. Are
That's
available.
terrible. Out of tune.
They're all
Out of
available.
the tune that you're supposed to be in.
All the show notes for this show are available at blog.rta.space. If you want blog. B-L-O-G. Not vlog. Blog. If you want to share the...
You have a blog?
That's where we post the show notes.
Oh.
I don't blog. I'm like, today I ate eggs.
You ate Rocketeer today?
No, that's what we didn't eat you, Chips. We didn't eat you. Sophia ate
Oh.
you, but she threw you up.
Forgot about that.
You're still in one piece.
Sorry.
Okay. Anyway, if you want to go get the show notes...
Wait. Nothing comes out whole when you throw it up.
Well, you have a very unique digestive system.
True.
Okay, if you want to share the show with a family member, friend, or somebody that you just really don't like or something, share it at rta.space. I will send them a direct link to the podcast where they can listen to the latest episode. Be sure to follow us. Any questions, comments, concerns, send them to rocket2
I have a concern
anywhere.
for you.
What's my concern? Do I need therapy?
A concern for you.
Do I need humor therapy?
No.
What do I need?
You need what is it called? I don't even know what it's called.
Psychology.
Thinking about other people, not yourself. You need that.
I forgot what it's called.
I don't know. Anyway.
Questions, comments, concerns, how are we driving? Send them all to rocket2anywhereshow@gmail.com. Yeah, see, you cut me off on the freeway. I cut her off on the freeway. So she is, how am I driving? She got to send that in to rocket2anywhere.
You can't even
show@gmail.com.
I can't either.
Hey, self-driving cars can drive me.
Yeah, where'd you get the money? He stole it from the Legacy Bank.
It's all truth been told. I robbed myself. I'm the bank.
Yeah, you robbed Robert.
Poor Robert.
Wait, you didn't go to school in pre-K.
First
grade.
And whoever who the receptionist was at the bank. You know her name? Robin Banks.
Yeah, that worked.
Yes, my joke worked. Anyway, send them all in. Anything you have, joke suggestions, tweet them.
Could you just stop advertising here?
Yes, I need to advertise for myself.
No, that's why. That's exactly my concern.
Well, send it in. I
don't even know your thing anyway.
Anyway, thanks for listening. Goodbye. We'll see you week after next on Saturday.
You know, why do people even say goodbye?
Sorry to the guy I can't go to your funeral. I wasn't able to make it. I don't have transportation. I need that self-driving car.